All right, let's get right into it. You know that bright yellow spice in your cabinet? Turmeric? Yeah, it's famous for being this miracle anti-inflammatory. But what if I told you that the way you're using it gives you almost none of those benefits you're after? Today, we're going to break down exactly what's going wrong and, more importantly, how to fix it.
So let me ask you this. That turmeric you're faithfully sprinkling into your smoothies, your curries, your golden lattes, is it actually doing anything for your health? Well, the science points to a pretty shocking answer for, most of us.
And there it is, the hard truth. According to the research, just using that standard turmeric powder from the grocery store is, well, almost completely ineffective. I know, it's a bold claim, but the science behind it is crystal clear. So let's get into the why.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to understand what we're actually looking for inside that yellow powder. See, the problem isn't the spice itself, it's a huge misunderstanding about what it's made of. The real hero of this story is a compound called curcumin. This is the powerhouse, the active ingredient that gives you all those incredible anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits everyone raves about. When you think of turmeric's health benefits, you're really thinking about curcumin. And this visual, wow, it really puts the problem into perspective, doesn't it? That entire jar of turmeric powder sitting in your kitchen, only a teeny tiny fraction of it is the good stuff, the curcumin. The rest is just, well, it's just turmeric powder.
That's the number, just 3%. So right off the bat, you're only getting a tiny, tiny dose of the compound that actually does the work. But believe it or not, that's only half the problem. It actually gets worse.
So, even if you manage to get that little 3% of curcumin, your body hits another massive roadblock. The best way to think about it is like finding a treasure chest full of gold, but you don't have the key. Here's what's really going on. Scientists call this low bioavailability. In simple terms, it means when you eat curcumin by itself, your body just can't grab onto it and pull it into your bloodstream. It pretty much goes in one end and right out the other, without doing any of its amazing work.
And this quote just says it all. The source material is so direct, you need a key to unlock all those benefits. And that key? It's a compound found in plain old black pepper called piperine. Without it, that treasure stays locked forever.
Okay, so enough of the bad news. We know the problems. The concentration is too low and your body can't absorb it anyway. Let's talk about the fix. It's a simple, science-backed way to actually make turmeric work for you.
And this is it. This is the most important takeaway. First, you've got to stop relying on the powder and switch to a concentrated curcumin extract. The science points to a dose around 1,000 milligrams. And second, and this is crucial, you always have to take it with black pepper for that piperine. It's a non-negotiable two-step rule.
So what happens when you actually follow this rule consistently? Well, the research lays out a pretty incredible timeline of benefits over about 3 months, and this is where it gets really exciting.
Get this. One of the most stunning findings is about joint pain. Studies have actually shown that taking 1,000 milligrams of curcumin with piperine can be just as effective for arthritis pain as taking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. And you get to skip the potential stomach issues that can come with those NSAIDs. Pretty amazing, right?
Let's just walk through this. By week 4, we're seeing key inflammation markers in the body drop by 20 to 30%. By week 8, studies show real improvements in mood and brain function. And then, the big one. By day 90, people with arthritis have reported a 50% improvement in joint mobility. These are real, measurable results.
Now hold on. Before you run out to buy a curcumin supplement, there is one extremely important warning from the source material that we absolutely have to cover. This isn't for everybody.
Here is the bottom line, and you need to listen closely. Because of how it works in the body, taking concentrated curcumin can be a serious problem if you're on any kind of blood-thinning medication. It is essential to know this. And as always, please talk to your doctor before you start any new supplement. So, the science is pretty clear, isn't it? Turmeric powder is great for flavor, but concentrated curcumin extract with black pepper is for your health. The real question is, now that you know the 2-ingredient rule, how are you going to use this miracle spice from now on?